Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Chris again, and I wanted to start talking today about how to learn how to spin on the ends of your s-staves. So all this really cool stuff you do where you're, instead of manipulating at the center, you're actually spinning from the very end. First things first, it's going to take a little bit of conditioning on your arms, especially if you're new to s-staves or you've only been working in the center. One thing I recommend is just getting used to holding your curves just like that with a palm down grip, and get used to holding it both directions. And then what you can do is you can slowly start to tilt it one way or the other. You're going to notice that one direction, and it really depends on which side, which direction your curves are facing, one direction you're going to get kind of bound up, and that's actually the sweet spot on where you make your transition, and we'll cover that in just a second. So spend a lot of time just getting used to holding this shape and keeping it nice and straight, not letting it bobble too much back and forward. That's really going to help you out later on when you start to play with some more intricate patterns and shapes. So going into how to spin, the easiest way I like to do this is taking this, and if I turn around, I'll show you the orientation. So in my right hand, I've got the curve just like that. The tip is facing out away from the body, and I'll turn around again, bam, just like that. So the way that I like to do this is to start from the bottom with a palm up grip. You'll notice that the curve is inside of the body just like that. Palm up grip, and what you do is you just start to rotate, and you pick that staff up. Imagine just picking it up right there. And you're gonna get, again, to this point where your wrist gets a little bound up, and you'll practice a couple times going up and down. And when you get to this point, what happens is, and I'll hold on to this right here, you're actually going to want to walk your hand around and get to the opposite grip and float it down. This is a lot easier to just let the weight of the s-staff carry itself down and walk your hand around. So I'll do it a couple times to show you guys. It's like this. You get to that point, I like to pick my elbow up to keep it in place and walk my hand around, grip it, and go over the top. There's only one spot where I'm letting go in this particular way to do this. And the other way is a little bit different, and so turning it this way, you kind of have to get into a slightly different orientation. It's a little weird from the bottom. I like to start this way. You can start at the top. It's kind of the same grip. You're going to rotate, so if you're starting up at the top, you'll rotate out to the body, and when you get to the bottom, what you're going to do is go up and over and around. Now if you notice, I've got a little bitty nub at the end right here. You don't want to leave too much because it's going to be a lot more for your arm to get around. You want to leave a little bit of space. This is where that conditioning comes in. So experiment with this, guys. The biggest thing is take it nice and slow. This is very intensive on the arms and the wrists and the fingers. So take it nice and slow and have fun with it, and more to come.